So what's cooking in Mazda's design kitchen? Well, the 2026 CX-5 is getting a snazzy redesign, and let me tell you, it's turning heads before it even hits the streets. Mazda isn't just giving this SUV a mild facelift. Nope, they're going all out. Picture the CX-5 walking into a designer boutique, getting a complete makeover and strutting out like it just stepped off a high-end fashion runway. And let's start with the front end. The grille's bigger and bolder than ever, and it's not just for looks. Mazda has fine-tuned the aerodynamics so this thing cuts through the air more smoothly than before. The chrome accents, sleek and sharp. The headlights, oh, they're not just brighter, they're smarter too. Adaptive LED technology means they adjust automatically based on your speed and surroundings, giving you better visibility without blinding everyone else on the road. And the body? Mazda's famous Kodo design philosophy is on full display, but this time it looks even more refined. The lines flow from front to back like a perfectly sculpted piece of art. The fenders are a little wider, giving the CX-5 a more aggressive stance. If the previous CX-5 looked good, this one looks like it spent the last few years hitting the gym, cutting carbs, and bulking up in all the right places. Move around to the back and you'll see a completely redesigned rear end. The taillights are slimmer, wrapping around the sides in a way that makes the whole SUV look more dynamic, even when it's just parked in your driveway. Mazda also reworked the exhaust outlets, tucking them into the bumper in a way that looks both sporty and sophisticated. And let's not forget the paint options. Mazda's signature Soul Red Crystal is still in the lineup, but they've added a few new shades, including a deeper metallic blue and a sleek titanium gray that give the CX-5 a futuristic premium vibe. Step inside and you'll see that Mazda didn't stop at the exterior. The interior gets a full refresh too. Higher-end materials, soft-touch surfaces, and a redesigned dashboard make it feel more upscale than ever. The infotainment screen is bigger and positioned better so you don't have to take your eyes off the road for long. And the steering wheel? It's been reshaped for a better grip and a more premium feel. Simply put, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't just a redesign, it's a statement. It says, yeah, I'm still a compact SUV, but I'm here to play with the big boys now. Under the hood, power and performance. Now let's talk about what really matters, speed and power, because let's be honest, looks are great, but if an SUV drives like a snail stuck in molasses, who cares? Fortunately, Mazda knows this, and they're bringing serious muscle under the hood. The base engine's a 2.5-liter four-cylinder that cranks out 187 horsepower. Now, you may not think that that's nothing special, but here's the thing. Mazda fine-tuned it for better efficiency, smoother power delivery, and improved fuel economy. So even if you're not breaking speed records, you're still getting a solid and reliable daily driver with enough pep to keep things interesting. But let's just say you need a little bit more excitement when you hit the gas pedal. That's where the turbocharged version comes in. This beast pushes out 256 horsepower when you fill it up with premium fuel. Regular gas, you still get about 227 horsepower, which is nothing to sneeze at. And let me tell you, when you step on the accelerator, this thing moves. Passing slower cars on the highway? No problem. Need to merge quickly onto a busy road? Consider it done. Like the CX-5 got a double shot of espresso and is ready to take on the day with extra energy. But wait, there's more. Mazda knows the future is electric, or at least partially electric. That's why they're producing a hybrid model, the one that pairs the 2.5-liter engine with an electric motor, delivering a combined 227 horsepower. Now you might be thinking, great, but will it still be fun to drive? The answer? Absolutely. Mazda's engineers made sure that the hybrid version keeps that signature zoom feeling, so you're not just driving an efficient SUV, you're driving an efficient SUV that still knows how to have fun. And handling? Oh, Mazda's not playing around. The 2026 CX-5 comes with a revised suspension system that makes every ride feel smoother. Bumps in the road? Hardly noticeable. Corners? You can take them with confidence. Mazda even worked on the steering wheel to make it more responsive so you always feel in control. And for those who deal with winter weather, the all-wheel drive system has been upgraded to provide even better grip and stability when roads get slippery. Now, let's not forget the transmission. Mazda's sticking with a 6-speed automatic, but don't let that fool you into thinking it's outdated. This thing shifts smoothly and predictably, whether you're cruising down the highway or pushing it on a twisty back road. Bottom line, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good behind the wheel too. Whether you're going for the standard engine, the turbo, or the hybrid, you're getting an SUV that knows how to perform. And in a world where compact SUVs sometimes feel bland and uninspired, this one stands out as a true driver's car. Fuel economy, saving at the pump. Worried about fuel costs? Don't be. Gas prices may be as unpredictable as the weather, but the 2026 Mazda CX-5 is built to keep your wallet happy at the pump. Mazda spent years perfecting its Sky-Active engine technology, which means you're getting one of the most fuel-efficient compact SUVs on the market without sacrificing power. The standard 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine is expected to deliver around 24 miles per gallon in the city and up to 30 on the highway. Not bad, right? But wait, there's more. If you opt in for the turbocharged version, you're still getting respectable fuel efficiency while enjoying that extra power boost. Even with all that added horsepower, Mazda ensures the turbo engine doesn't guzzle gas like an old-school muscle car. Now for the eco-conscious drivers out there, the hybrid version is where things get really exciting. Mazda's rolling out a hybrid option that pairs the same 2.5-liter engine with an electric motor to push fuel efficiency beyond 35 miles per gallon. That's right, more miles, fewer stops at the pump, and a cleaner conscience. But let's be real, fuel economy isn't just about what's under the hood. It also depends on how and where you drive. And if you're constantly stuck in stop-and-go traffic, your mileage will take a hit. However, thanks to Mazda's cylinder deactivation technology, the engine automatically shuts down select cylinders when full power isn't needed, helping you save even more fuel in the worst traffic jams. And let's not forget about Mazda's iActive all-wheel drive system. Normally, all-wheel drive vehicles use more fuel, but Mazda's system is designed to be more efficient by only engaging the rear wheels when necessary. That means you get better traction without burning through extra gas. Simply put, the 2026 CX-5 lets you drive more and worry less about your next fuel stop. Whether you're cruising through the city, hitting the highway, or exploring winding country roads, this SUV has your back when it comes to fuel efficiency. Safety first, keeping you protected. Safety nerds rejoice! The 2026 Mazda CX-5 is stepping up its game with more advanced safety features than ever before. If you like the idea of a co-pilot that never gets distracted, dozes off, or checks their phone, this SUV is for you. Mazda's loaded the CX-5 with its latest iActive Sense safety suite, meaning you get a full arsenal of driving assistance technology. Adaptive cruise control? Check. Lane keeping assist? Check. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert? You got it. These features aren't just fancy add-ons, they're designed to keep you and your passengers safe, whether you're navigating city traffic or cruising on the open highway. Now here's where it gets even cooler. The improvised traffic jam assist feature is basically like having a semi-autonomous chauffeur in slow-moving traffic. It helps keep the car centered in the lane and adjusts speed automatically, reducing the stress of stop-and-go driving. If you've ever found yourself stuck in a rush-hour traffic, you know how much of a lifesaver this can be. Mazda's also made sure the visibility is top-notch. The CX-5 comes with an upgraded 360-degree camera system that lets you see everything around your vehicle. No more awkwardly craning your neck trying to figure out if you're about to hit a curb or another car. And if you ever need to back out of a tight parking spot, Rear Cross Traffic Alert will warn you of approaching vehicles you might not see. Of course, Mazda didn't stop there. The 2026 CX-5 is built with a stronger, more rigid frame designed to absorb impact better in case of a collision. Combine that with advanced airbags and upgraded automatic emergency braking system, and you've got one of the safest compact SUVs on the road. So whether you're driving solo, hauling your family around, you can breathe easy knowing that the CX-5 has your back. Safety isn't just a feature in this SUV, it's a promise. Tech and connectivity. Stay connected. For the tech-savvy among us, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 does not disappoint. In fact, it goes above and beyond to keep you entertained, informed, and connected while you drive. First up, let's talk about the infotainment system. Mazda's finally listened to customer feedback and upgraded the screen to a larger, high-resolution display that makes previous models look outdated. The graphics are so crisp, the interface smoother, and navigating through menus feels effortless. Whether you're setting up navigation, adjusting climate controls, or selecting your favorite playlist, everything is more intuitive and responsive than ever before. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto now come standard across all trims, and they're wireless. That means no more fumbling around with tangled charging cables just to get your favorite apps up and running. Just hop in, let your phone sync automatically, and you're ready to go. Speaking of convenience, Mazda's also thrown in voice command functionality that actually works. You won't have to yell at your car 3 times just to get it to call your mom. Just speak naturally, and the system understands commands with impressive accuracy. If you're an audiophile, you're in for a treat. The 2026 CX-5 offers an upgraded premium sound system that turns your car into a rolling concert hall. The available Bose sound system comes with strategically placed speakers that deliver deep bass, clear mids, and crisp highs. Whether you're blasting classic rock, smooth jazz, or a true crime podcast, the sound quality is on point. And for those who love singing in the car, the noise insulation has been improved so your passengers won't hear your off-key high notes as much. Mazda also understands the struggle of keeping devices charged on long road trips. That's why they've packed the CX-5 with multiple USB-C ports throughout the cabin, ensuring everyone has a place to plug in. No more fighting over who gets to charge their phone first. Plus, wireless charging comes standard on higher trims, so you can just drop your phone onto the charging pad and keep your focus on the road. Tech in the 2026 CX-5 isn't just about fun and entertainment, though. It also plays a big role in safety and convenience. The updated digital driver display now provides real-time information in a clear, customizable format. You'll get turn-by-turn navigation, traffic alerts, and even fuel efficiency updates without taking your eyes off the road. The available heads-up display projects key details onto the windshield so you barely have to glance away. Mazda's also integrated a more advanced connectivity suite, remote start, vehicle tracking, and maintenance alerts can all be accessed through the Mazda app on your phone. You can even check how much gas is left or lock your doors remotely. In a world where everything is getting smarter, the CX-5 keeps up with the times without overcomplicating things. Interior comfort, ride in style. Step inside the 2026 Mazda CX-5 and you'll immediately notice something different. Mazda's taken luxury seriously with this redesign, and it shows in every detail. The first thing that stands out is the high-quality materials. Soft-touch surfaces, premium leather on higher trims, and contrasting stitching makes the cabin feel more upscale than its price tag suggests. Even the base model gets a nice interior finishes that don't scream cheap plastic, which is a win for everyone. The seats are where Mazda really stepped up their game. Designed for maximum comfort, they offer more support than before, making long drives feel less like a chore and more like a first-class experience. The available heated and ventilated seats ensure you're cozy in winter and cool in summer. And for those who appreciate a little extra pampering, the top trim even includes massaging front seats. That's right, you can get a back massage while stuck in traffic. Not bad, right? Legroom and space have also improved, especially in the rear. Unlike some compact SUVs where backseat passengers feel like they're being punished for not calling shotgun, the CX-5 gives them plenty of room to stretch out. Whether you're shuttling friends, family, or just want extra space for yourself, the rear seats won't leave anyone complaining about sore knees or cramped conditions. Mazda also made sure to improve cabin insulation. Road noise has been significantly reduced so you can have a conversation without yelling over the sound of passing traffic. Combined with the improved suspension, the ride feels smoother and more refined whether you're cruising down the highway or tackling pothole-ridden city streets. The CX-5 glides along effortlessly, giving you a much more premium feel. Storage is another area where the CX-5 shines. The cargo area is spacious enough to handle everything from grocery hauls to weekend adventure gear. Fold down the rear seats and you'll have even more room for those big shopping sprees or road trips that require extra luggage. Mazda's also added a clever storage solutions throughout the cabin, including bigger door pockets, a redesigned center console, and hidden compartments to keep valuables secure. Ambient lighting adds to the premium experience, creating a relaxed atmosphere during night drives. Plus, the panoramic sunroof available on higher trims makes the cabin feel even more open and airy. Natural light floods in, giving the interior a bright and inviting feel. In short, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't just comfortable, it's designed to make every drive feel like a luxury experience. Whether you're commuting to work, road tripping with friends, or just running errands, the interior makes sure you're doing it in style. Release date and pricing, when and how much. So when can you get your hands on this beauty? Well, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 is expected to roll into showrooms sometime between late 2025 and early 2026. Now, if you've ever followed car release schedules, you know that late 2025 could mean anything from October to the very last second day of December, and early 2026 could stretch all the way to spring. Automakers love to keep us on our toes, but one thing's for sure, Mazda isn't going to sit on this one for too long, because the compact SUV market is hotter than a frying pan left out in the sun. Now, let's talk about money. How much will this stylish, upgraded CX-5 set you back? While Mazda hasn't officially dropped the price bomb, we can take a pretty good guess based on past models and current market trends. The 2025 model starts at around $29,000, give or take a few $100 depending on trim levels. But with the all-new updates coming to the 2026 version, expect that price to nudge upwards. If we had to place a bet, the base model will likely start somewhere between $31,000 and $33,000. Not a massive jump, but enough to make you double-check your budget. Of course, that's just the base model. If you want the turbocharged version or the fancy hybrid setup, be prepared to shell out extra cash. Higher trims with all the bells and whistles, think panoramic roof, premium leather, and top-tier safety features, could push the price north of $40,000. And if you go fully loaded, you might be looking at something closer to $45,000. But hey, if you're going all in, you might as well enjoy the ride in luxury. Another thing to consider is how Mazda positions the CX-5 against its bigger brother, the CX-50. CX-50 is slightly more rugged and outdoorsy with the starting price of around $31,000. If the 2026 CX-5 gets too close to that price range, Mazda might have to sweeten the deal with more standard features to keep buyers interested. Translation: you could end up getting more bang for your buck. One last thing to remember is that dealerships love to play pricing games. Depending on demand, location, and dealer markups, you might see some variations in the final cost. If the 2026 CX-5 ends up being a smash hit, and let's be real, it probably will, you can expect some dealers to throw in those market adjustment fees that magically add a couple thousand to the sticker price. So if you're serious about getting one, it might be a good idea to reserve your spot as soon as pre-orders open. Bottom line, if you want to be among the first to drive the 2026 CX-5, start saving now. And maybe, just maybe, start buttering up your local Mazda dealer so they don't hit you with that extra "because we can" fee. Final thoughts. Is it worth the hype? Alright, let's be real here. The compact SUV market is packed with choices. You got the Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, Hyundai Tucson, and about a dozen others fighting for your attention. So does the 2026 Mazda CX-5 actually deserve a spot in your driveway? Or is it just another pretty face in a sea of crossovers? Well, let's break it down. First off, Mazda's always been about the perfect mix of style, performance, and quality. They don't make just SUVs, they make SUVs that drive like a dream. If the 2026 CX-5 keeps that tradition going, it's going to be one of the best handling compact SUVs on the road. Mazda has a way of making their cars feel sportier than the competition. So if you like a little excitement behind the wheel, this is definitely a strong contender. Then there's the design. The CX-5 has always been a looker, and the 2026 model is shaping up to be even sleeker. Expect a bold front grille, sharper headlights, and an overall premium vibe that punches above its price range. Some SUVs look like they were designed by a committee that couldn't agree on anything, but Mazda keeps it simple and elegant. And if you want something that turns head in a grocery store parking lot without screaming, "Look at me," this is your ride. Now let's talk about tech. Mazda isn't exactly known for being a tech powerhouse, but they've been stepping up their game in recent years. The 2026 CX-5 is expected to come with a bigger, sharper infotainment screen, improved connectivity, and better driver assist features. If they fix their sometimes clunky infotainment controls, it'll be a huge win. Plus, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will be standard because in 2026, there's no excuse for a car not to have those. Safety? Oh yeah, Mazda takes that seriously. The CX-5's always been a top performer in crash tests, and with the latest iActive Sense Safety Suite, you'll have features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and automatic emergency braking, keeping you safe. Mazda doesn't skimp on safety, so you can expect this thing to rack up 5-star ratings when crash tests come in. And let's not forget about fuel efficiency. Whether you go for the standard gas engine, the turbo, or the hybrid, the CX-5 is expected to deliver solid fuel economy. That means fewer stops at the gas station and more road trips without worrying about your budget. At the end of the day, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't trying to be the biggest or the most powerful SUV out there. Instead, it strikes the perfect balance of style, performance, comfort, and reliability. It's fun to drive, looks great, and offers impressive features without the luxury price tag. But what do you think? From what you've heard so far, is the CX-5 worth the money? Drop your thoughts in comments, and don't forget to share this video so your friends can get the scoop before this SUV hits the market. If you love staying updated on the latest SUVs, this channel is the place to be. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. At the end of the day, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't trying to be the biggest or most powerful SUV out there. What it does offer is a perfect balance of style, performance, comfort, and reliability. It's fun to drive, looks great, and won't break the bank compared to luxury SUVs that offer similar features. So if you're in the market for a compact SUV that actually makes driving enjoyable, the CX-5 should definitely be on your shortlist. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? From what you've heard so far, would you say the Mazda CX-5 is worth the buck? Head to the comments and tell us, and don't forget to share the video too so your pals can get the scoop before this SUV is released into the market. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next one.